Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. You can see here that I'm full of flour here. Been working on this recipe. These are savory khajas. They're layered and they've got carom seeds in there or ajwain seeds in there. They are a great tea time snack and they've turned out amazing. So if you want to find out how I did this, stay tuned. Let's go ahead, discuss all the ingredients that we need to make these beautiful khajas. So for the dough ingredients, I have here 2 cups of white flour. It's white all-purpose flour. I have here a tablespoon and a half of carom seeds or ajwain seeds. Now you can use cumin seeds if you want. It's completely okay. Or you can also use kalonji seeds. But if whatever seeds you use, you want to roast them for about 30 seconds to get all the oils infused, and the taste will be really, really amazing. And then I have here a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and I have 2 tablespoons of oil, and it's olive oil. So for every 1 cup of flour you use 1 tablespoon of olive oil. That's how I do the measurement. Then I have here 1 cup of water. Now I'm going to start binding the dough. In the end, I'm going to tell you how much water I needed exactly to bind the dough. But it's not going to be exact for you because everybody's flour is a little different. So let's go ahead and start binding the dough. When you bind your dough, you want to make sure that you really mix it really well in between your fingers, just like that. You can use 2 hands if you like, but you want to get to the consistency where when you make a fist with the dough, it's going to make a shape, and this is going to make the crackers really tasty. So you just want to make sure that you do that, and then we're going to start adding our water. So this is the type of dough you want. I used 3/4 cup of water, and you can see that the dough is not too soft but not too hard as well. So I'm going to let this dough rest for at least 20 minutes, and then we're going to show you. I want to show you what we're going to do here. That our dough has rested really well, and what I did here was I just did 2 sections for 1 dough, and then I'm going to do 4 sections. So we're going to have a total of 8 sections, right? So 2 plus 2, 4, and then we've got the 4 here. And then what you want to do is you're just gonna roll these and make them into nice rounds. And we're gonna leave these again to rest just for a little bit until I get done with all these, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna start assembling these. I got 8 sections out. We're gonna do 4 sections at a time. So you just wanna go ahead and make start rolling these out until they're just a little bit big, just like chapati, okay? And you want to start rolling all of them out, start keeping them aside, and then we're gonna put cornstarch in between them and make them like pinwheels and then fry them. So these turn out really tasty. They're really fun to make as well. Now there is a sweet version that we can make of this, and which is mita khaja, and that also it's on my list to do. So if you haven't subscribed that yet, make sure you do so, because all those videos are coming, and I'm in full force to get all these videos done during Mahi Ramadan or the fasting month. Okay, so you see here we've got one. It's close to about 6 inches. It's not very thin at this point, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna keep it aside and then start taking another one and start doing the same thing. So now you see that I have 4. The other 4 I had, it's all done here. Just gonna put a paper towel so they don't dry off. I'll cut another one and do that. So when we start these, what you want to do is you want to apply cornstarch on them. And then you want to take some water and you want to put that on the edges. Now I made these so many times to do the test so that when you guys make it, it comes out 110%. And I found out that doing it this way really helped because it sealed all the rotis together. Then we're just gonna put another one on, and then we're gonna just try and it's gonna be sticky. So just if you do it right away, you should be able to move the chapatis so that they're all one size. Okay, so when we start rolling it, they're not gonna move on you. All right, and what you want to do also is then go ahead and just press on the edges, so you're gonna seal that really, really well. And then again, we're gonna do the cornstarch, and then we're gonna do the water and seal it, and then put the other one on, and then continue that until we have it completely done. Then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna roll that. So all the 4 rotis or chapatis are all in here. You can see here, they're all there. And I just keep on turning them around, stretch it if I need to, just to get them one length. Okay, so they're not all moving around in different shapes. And then also, if you can try and get it more in a rectangle shape, it would be better. So that all the layers kind of are intact. Now, some people cut this, cut it so you have a nice rectangle. I don't like to waste that dough, or I feel like I'm losing a lot. So I just try my best to get it in a rectangle shape as much as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so see, we pretty much got it in a rectangle shape, even though it might not be perfect, but okay. So the next stage is going to be now rolling this again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it this way, so I'm going to have more layers. So I'm going to add the cornstarch, water, and then I'm going to roll it. Make sure that I get it to seal really nicely. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make some cuts. Now these, I kind of make these a little bit bigger. See that? You can make them smaller if you want, but I like them to be about 1 inch. And you see look at how beautiful the layers are going to be. And we're just going to press that down, and you'll be able to see the layers when we start rolling those out. So I would say this is not 1 inch. This is probably 3/4 of an inch. So just kind of eyeball it. It's okay. And as you get more in the middle, look at now the layers. See how the layers are getting really, really nice. And so you just want to take your palm, flatten those out, give it a minute, and then we're going to start rolling it. More in getting that 2 or 3 pieces, like these ones will be quite smaller. But then look at the layers on this, and then you just want to take your palm and just press it down. And your palm is pretty warm, so that's a good thing. Okay, then very slowly, don't put too much pressure on the rolling pin. Very slowly start rolling it out. Keep on turning as you need. You can turn it around. See how you just add a little bit of warmth there, and it really helps. Okay. Now, if the layers are too thin, they're going to soak up a lot of oil, so I don't want them to be too thin. But you can tell, you can see, look at how beautiful those layers are. Okay, so that way I'm going to go ahead, finish all these up. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to show you how we're going to get these fried and basically ready to be eaten. So I'm going to show you that the heat of the oil just shouldn't be very, very hot and should not be very, very cold. But we're going to go ahead and put it in. And you're gonna see just a little bit of bubbles around it, which is absolutely perfect. And we're gonna start putting them inside the oil. Then I'm gonna use a fork to kind of fluff it up and release those layers. Our khajas are already the savory ones. I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to do a close-up of all the layers. You see the layers? You can hear this. Nice and crispy on both sides. I'm going to put it down and I'm going to go ahead and cut it so you guys can hear this. And look at how beautifully the layers are. As far as taste, wow. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with this recipe. I have tried so many different variations of it, but this came out the best. This is the third time this variation is turning out really, I'm really happy with this. It's really crispy and it's plain. There isn't much oil that is soaked in there, but just make sure you put it on a paper towel and kind of turn it around a couple of times so that if the oil is kind of stuck on this side, if you turn it around, it's gonna come out. So just make sure and do that. But other than that, these have turned out fantastic. I can't wait to do the sweet version of this recipe. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Make sure you share this video on whatever social media you have and help me get to 100,000 subscribers.